And his opponent this evening, please welcome to the ring, Mark Little! Cruiserweight title, brought to you by Goodwin boxing and sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Right here, right now, the time to shine. Your call. Are you ready? Introducing the man to my right, making his 15th professional appearance, weighing 191 pounds exactly, from Silvertown in London, Daniel D. The man facing him across the ring, also making his 15th professional appearance, weighing 199 pounds, 5 ounces, in the claret and blue shorts, from Romford, Mark Little!
So 10 rounds between former Southern Area champion Daniel Mendes and first-time challenger Mark Little in what should be an outstanding fight of Mark. Mark, who will come forward at all opportunities, and Daniel, more the purest boxer. This could be either a lovely clash of styles or it may not mix so well. We'll find out. What do you reckon, Adam?
Well, I'm a big fan of Mark Little's. I think precisely for the fact that he's got fragilities. He does get involved, and you know he's got those 4 stoppage wins. But yeah, as you said, you know,
He's very much an all-or-nothing approach, isn't he?
Yeah, and as you say, you know, the more stylish boxer is definitely Daniel Mendes, the saviour. It's quite a fast start, though. Wide stance from Mendes.
Some wild shots there from Mendes. That lead left hand, the right uppercut. Not shots I would assume he'd throw, to be honest.
Jabs just falling short there from Mark Little. Doesn't look like too much of a reach difference, but obviously with that southpaw stance, he's going to have to work harder to get in.
Yeah, and he's going to have to work on cutting that ring off as well, because Mendes loves to circle around. And Mark likes to get in close and really brawl with him. I think he could do with just not following as such, more just stepping right across the ring.
Trying to close it down rather than chasing after him. Yeah,
good left hand there from Mendes.
Backhand left, yeah. Connected
straight through. Mark took it well. He's not been put off by it.
He has been down in his career, Mark Little.
He's got the one loss where he was down a couple of times and showed tremendous heart through that fight.
He had an up and downer with Tomislav Rudan.
He didn't.
That was an absolute. Rudan likes a little away upset.
He's working the body well there, Mark. Not a lot's getting through, but he was throwing the punches. I think he's setting the scene a bit, isn't he, in this opening round? Just trying to find what works, what doesn't. Mendes lead hand low as well, almost inviting Mark in.
Well, as we've already seen, and Mark Little knows that left hand can snap from Mendes, who has also, as we said, been the champion before, but he's also done the distance a few times. Do you think that's going to be a factor later, should the fight go into the later rounds?
I suspect it will. I think Mark will probably be looking for an early stoppage. I don't think he's a distance fighter particularly. Who'd you give that first round to, Adam?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think just edge it to Mendes.
As would I. I think the cleaner work just about from Mendes, but not by a distance.
No, it was a close round, and there's, as you said, not a clash of styles, just two very different styles. Obviously,
Getting very low there, Mendes. Like almost coiled for that uppercut. Nice little jab through. And again.
With all this moving, though, do you think it gives Mark Little an indication of when he's going to let his hands go? Because he has to plant his feet.
Yes.
Little just trying to let his hands go there, but then step back from Mendes, and again that distance. Oh.
Nice, good shot. You'd assume Little would take something from the Nick Parper fight against Mendes, where Parper beat Mendes for the southern area. They're similar in stature, similar in build, similar in style almost.
Yeah, and that was a clear victory as well for Parper.
I think Mark needs to target the body more. There you go. Right.
He's trying to cover up and rock down towards the body there, Little.
Once he gets in, Daniel's so tight in that defence.
It's a lovely
right hand to the body by Daniel.
Beautiful shot.
A lot of what Mark's throwing, he's not finding anything.
Yeah, and it's not thrown with much conviction. He's not trying to put too much into them.
Oh, that's nice
he
body
did
hooks.
There though.
That left hand in particular was
Two trading on the ropes here a little bit.
Mendes got through with a right uppercut there as well. Mendes was wise to step away from that, I think. He's far better when he's on the move.
Starting to be a bit more tit for tat, this one. Although Mendes lands two and pivots off the ropes there.
That's where he gets his best success, on the ropes, stay there for 10 seconds, few shots, pivot off, wait again. It's when he stays there too long that Mark gets success.
Mendes does actually look physically the stronger man as well.
He's very clever with the right arm, Mendes. Holds it just in front of the rib cage. Stops Mark throwing that left hook into the body. A nice little right hooks from Mark, though. Good round.
Well, 2 rounds, 8 more to go for the vacant Southern Area Cruiserweight title.
Got very, very vocal support, Mark, with his West Ham faithful.
Big West Ham.
Filling up your call tonight for him. Might be needed if it starts getting to that 8th, 9th, 10th round. Might have to lift him up a little bit. Well, then Mendes being towelled off there by Brian G in the corner. I don't know if he's tiring a little bit after 2 rounds. There's a lot of muscle for Daniel to carry around that ring. He does move a lot as well for a big man, doesn't he? He's always up on his toes.
Yeah, he's light on his feet with it though. He's not cumbersome as he.
Yes.
He's
very fluid with his feet.
He's peppering out that southpaw jab, Mendes.
Yeah, Mark's covering well. He could do just moving his head a little bit more. Just get it out of that centre line. There we go.
Tries to sell him a dummy there, Mendes.
A couple of nice little jabs by Mendes. These will start taking their toll later on. Good left hand.
There we go.
Good head movement by Mendes on the ropes. Mark's got him trapped there though.
Encouraging for Mark, and his fans are cheering him on, but they're not doing much damage.
They're not getting through, are they?
And that did from Mendes.
Big right hand, left hook.
3 or 4 there scored.
Mark fires back though, brilliant.
This is starting to open up a little bit in the 3rd round here.
You see Ed Muscat in the corner of Mark. They're really getting into his ear now that he's in that corner.
Little really trying to stick it on Mendes there, who decides enough is enough and skips across to the red corner, his corner. Lovely lead right hand down the middle there from Mendes.
And
off
again,
the
that
ropes.
straight 1-2 down the middle. Straight off the forehead of Little.
He's not perturbed though, Mark Little.
No. I say, if you look at that right arm of Mendes, it just covers the body. So a lovely right hand again. Covers the body so well of Mendes. There's nothing to aim for Mark.
Literally, yeah, took the words out of my mouth. There is nothing to aim at, is there? I think that might be why Little is just trying to punch through it when he gets there.
Yeah.
Hope he gets something. Try and open him up, as it were.
But he needs to be efficient with what he's doing, not waste too much on the gloves and arms. But it's difficult. Nice head movement again by Daniel. And again, that 1-2 down the middle.
Little just trying to bob and weave.
It's nice by Little.
Almost redundant when he's in that close, bobbing and weaving, isn't it?
Yes. Just let your hands go at that point. You've done the hard work of getting in.
There is an element, you said right in the first round, of not chasing him around the ring, and that's
what
is starting to happen, isn't it? Mendes has literally bounced from corner to corner.
And waits for him when he gets there.
Yeah.
And it's that right uppercut that Mendes is ripping through every time he meets him. Good shot by
Good
Little.
right hand. Needs to finish. If he finishes strong here, makes a good case for himself.
Hitting a lot of thin air, isn't he, at the end?
Wow. 3 rounds in, almost a third of the fight.
They've flown by. They have flown by. How have you got it?
I mean, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I think, for me, Mendes' cleaner work took the first 2. I think the last round was better from Mark Little, but I still wonder whether, even though he's throwing volumes of punches, they're not scoring punches. They're not, you know, nicking the round, so to speak.
I would agree. I have it 3 rounds to none to Daniel Mendes. But that almost feels unfair on Little. They're not 3 clear rounds.
No, it's a close fight.
Rounds.
It's a close fight with 2 different styles. You can't, you know. I almost felt bad saying that, because Mark Little is not, by no in any way, shape or form out of this fight. That was a very good round there. In fact, that might have been his best, but I gave it to Mendes.
Yeah. And Mendes isn't doing a lot, but what he's doing is very good. Mark's doing a lot, but he's not always getting through with it.
He's working smart.
Yeah.
Little again, just rocking that head. Got into range but missed, and Mendes flew back wide of the mark as well.
Bon Jovi interlude.
Someone lent on the DJ keyboard there.
Good work by Mark there inside. That's better. Those little hooks into the body. He needs to bring that guard wider of Daniel, and then he can rip the uppercut through the middle. That's what he's looking for. There again.
But he needs to work. He really needs to sap the energy from Mendes' legs.
Yes.
That's his best thing.
But he needs to hit those hooks into the body when he's there.
Yeah.
Start pulling that guard down.
There we go.
Yeah,
3,
and then
4,
the uppercut
and then,
comes.
Yeah, and again, and again.
Brilliant work by Mark.
Excellent work by Mark Little, yeah. Again, Mendes just goes for a jog.
Feels like Mendes might be taking this round off a little bit. 1-2 gets through again.
Yeah. And Mark Little rips in an uppercut as he steps forward. Tries it again.
He can't throw that as the first punch. It needs to be on the end of a 2 or 3 hooks into the body and then throw it. Because Daniel Mendes' defense is so tight. He needs to lower that guard or bring that guard wide before he does it. 1-2 again by Mendes, works well.
Well,
Mark
that
Little
was accurate.
really needs to cover that up.
Yeah.
Whether that's bringing the left hand up or bringing the shoulder across.
Yeah, he almost sort of seemed to sort of forget where he was for a second. He just brought his hands into his body and allowed Mendes to land on the head. Anyway.
That feels unfair to him for pulling down there. Mendes seemed quite happy to go low. Good right hand into the body by Mark, and again. Mendes gets
bowing
so low
and
with
dipping.
that
Yeah, there we go. Being warned to keep it up. Nice half step to one side. He made the angle for himself to get the left hook in there, Mark Little, but again, Mendes was on his bike before Little had a chance to follow it up.
It feels like Mark Little is loading up on too much.
He
would almost benefit from just working a few of the lighter shots, the smaller shots, to then build in the big shots, rather than just going straight into the big shots.
You still feel as if Little needs to continue this momentum, needs to grow more into this fight to make it. Wait, I think he needs to hurt Mendes a little bit more.
Get his respect. But I gave that round to Mark Little though. I thought that was a Mark round. I'd give that 3-1 now to Mendes.
Yeah, he's certainly grown into this fight, Mark Little.
He should take a lot of encouragement from that. And you could see him rousing his crowd at the end of the round as well. And I think he's going to feed off that energy soon. Nearly halfway through this fight. He's straight up as well, out in there.
Second down, round 5.
Seems like a dog on a leash, isn't it? As soon as that round starts.
Yeah, he's almost past the referee before.
Yes, the referee's having to hold him back at the start of the round.
That's good. Long may that continue.
Good, he actually blocked the jab there, Mark. And yeah, not the second shot.
Oh,
again, the second gets through.
Back, yeah. So far hasn't discouraged Little though.
No.
Talking about him getting Mendes' respect, you know, really, Mark Little hasn't shown taken a backward step.
Good right hand through.
Despite having been caught, you know, cleanly a couple of times.
Yeah. That 1-2 is the key for this for Mendes. I don't understand why he doesn't just keep throwing it at range. Well done by Little.
Well, he loaded up at the right time there. That short left that he just snapped in, whistled past Mendes as he rocked away in the ropes.
I think the left hook is going to be the key for Little as well, as Mendes starts to tire a little bit. He's protecting the body so well, but he leaves the right hand down a little bit. He could sneak that left hook around the back of it.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, the uppercut as Mendes tries to duck down is...
Yes, if he times that.
Make it an uncomfortable place for him to want to go. Again,
I'm amazed the referee hasn't told him off more for it, because he is very low. He's below belt line. Good duck there by Little.
Good shot from Little, and again, Mendes goes...
He's working well on the inside, Little. Those little hooks into the body. They're effective. Big sigh there by Mendes as well.
I mean, do you think we're going to... Were this to continue on this trajectory, is it going to get to the point where Mendes is going to have to stand and trade?
I don't think it's his style, particularly. I don't think it's not his nature. I think Mark would love him to.
Well, I think most of the people here would, and that's not just because most of them are Mark Little fans. I mean, it's an intriguing fight, but it's not quite caught fire. Mark Little is doing his very best, and that's no shade on Daniel Mendes, who is...
Mendes is boxing the right fight for him. As we said right at the beginning, there's always a risk this may not blend well. But it's intriguing. Now that he's got Mendes a good right hook into the body, but he lets him escape too easily.
He's
sometimes.
not even... Mendes isn't even looking at Little when he moves away. He's looking to the space to go to.
You'd like to see Little maybe step across. As soon as Mendes goes to make that step, Little needs to block it.
Yeah. Well, halfway.
Who would you give that one to? I don't like drawn rounds, but I'm going to give it as a drawn round.
I'm going to diplomatically not say anything until the end of the fight.
Who do you think looks the fresher of the two?
I was just about to say that, looking at the body language. I mean, Daniel Mendes to me looks kind of disinterested. He doesn't look, I mean, maybe it's focus, I don't know.
I think that's his mannerisms generally.
Yeah.
Is that he's a very calm individual that he's not going to get emotional about it or try and rouse everybody up. It's measured and composed. Whereas Mark, I think, is far more emotive and will feed off of the environment.
Which he'll need to.
Yeah. You'd like to see Little throw a left hook there, maybe up to the head. Good right hand by Mendes.
Lovely right hand up almost to the armpit.
I think Little waited too long to throw anything there. He got into position and waited and waited. Good little
Just
right-hand
short right
combination.
hand, yeah. Well, here we go, though. Mark Little starts unloading.
It's off the gloves a bit. That.
He needs to a little bit here because Mendes has...
Good right hand into the body.
Just-
And again. Pushing Mendes back into the ropes. Now hold him there.
tucked up now, Mendes.
Nice right hand.
Little needs, yes, as you say, Martin, needs to hold him there, needs to let his hands go.
Don't
Try
let him
and find a
escape.
way through. There we go, that one
That's
got
a
round the
lovely
back,
shot.
yeah.
There's no gap in the middle of Mendes' defence. You've got to go round the side.
Yeah.
He's so compact. But he's not throwing anything back, so Mark should really be working while he's there. He's got the opportunity.
He's so open when he's throwing there, though. Look at him,
Yes.
Mark.
It almost looks a tired body language.
Yeah.
It's square on. The feet are square on.
Started to slow a little bit in this round, hasn't it?
Yeah. Mendes started quickly, but he's not done anything, has he, for the last minute or so? Mark's really worked him.
Do you think he's trying to tire Mark out a little bit?
I think he is a little bit. I think it's almost the rope-a-dope style of absorb it.
I mean, he was visibly sort of... You could almost see Mark Little thinking about where to throw next when he had him in the corner.
Yes, yeah. Quite mechanical, wasn't it?
Yeah. There we go, 1-2.
Nice hooks into the body. You're waiting for that Mendes right uppercut, aren't you? It feels like that's what he's building into.
Yeah. If he wasn't so tight to the ropes, half a step back and it's perfect. But where he is positioned in the ring, Mendes, he's not quite got the space, you suspect, at the moment. There we go.
1-2, 1-2. And again, the 1-2 goes through. Good right hook there by Little, over the top of the guard.
Yeah.
As I say, that defence of Mendes is so compact, you have to go round it to open it up.
Just trying to wing them in now, Little. Little shake of the head and a left hook to end the round.
Good round for Mark. After the first 30 seconds, he wasn't looking great, but I'd give him that round.
Yeah, I think, Mendes wasn't very active.
No.
He spent most of the middle of the round basically tucked up against the ropes, and then, as we saw just towards the end, a little flurry off the ropes, the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah.
But overall, I think good round for Mark Little.
I'm amazed he hasn't thrown that 1-2 more often, Mendes. It's so effective.
Yeah, he could almost throw 1-2, move, 1-2, move. I mean, it wouldn't be great fun to watch, but it would be winning the fight.
Yeah. It rarely misses. The fans here are having a jolly old time up in the balconies.
Enjoying themselves, aren't they?
So I've got Mendes 3 rounds to 2 up with 1 drawn.
So 3-2 with a draw, so 1 point ahead.
Yeah.
4 rounds to go. Currently vacant Southern Area Cruiserweight title.
Good 1-2 again.
Little's head started to rock back there,
Oh,
and he's going. Those are really
Good
starting to
shots
find
by
their mark
Mendes.
from Mendes.
That right hook to the body by Mendes is finding the home as well.
And the left hand, back left hand as well. Little
It's a nice
felt more than one.
combination. I feel like Mendes may have saved this up for the last couple of rounds. Like preserved his energy and waited for Mark to tire a bit.
That was his best sort of 10 seconds of the whole fight, I thought, Mendes. Little looked hurt for the first time.
You said that the head did go back as well during that.
Oh, lovely lead.
Yeah.
Right.
That clipped over the top there by Little as well.
This is better from Mendes. This is more
aggressive.
More aggressive, more I mean, goes without saying, they're more entertaining. And actually it's serving him well.
Yes.
Mark Little missed there, lovely little jab as he steps off Mendes, and again
Mendes got his head movement back a bit as well when Mark's up close, making Mark miss.
He's doing the same thing, finding a corner, setting a trap, and just waiting for Little.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's exactly that.
And you wonder whether, you know, Little is not going to be allowed a round off now. He can't have one because he's chasing. And B, he's put a lot of energy into, as you say, trying to unlock that guard of Daniel Mendes.
He's throwing very straight shots, Mark Little. Daniel's not there. He's gone. Good right uppercut went through there. Good right hook into the body by Little. 1-2 works again, and the uppercut.
Third as he stepped backwards. Oh, he's starting to find the target quite convincingly here, Daniel Mendes, isn't he?
Yes. And I think part of that is that he's planting his feet more as well. He's not always looking to escape at the moment, but he's doing it at range with Mark.
Little trying to whip those right hands. His feet are so close together as he comes in, Mark Little.
And they cross quite often, don't they? That's a clear Mendes round.
Yeah.
The party continues in your call. All corners.
Well, the sound system at York Hall has famously been unreliable, but at the moment it's
So they decided to set it on during a round.
belligerently loud this evening. I much prefer listening to the West Ham fans supporting Mark Little, if I'm honest.
3 rounds to go here now. Mark straight in again. Just pouring with that left hand, Little.
Mendes was definitely, I think we can say now with some certainty, conserving energy.
Yeah.
For those sort of 5th and 6th rounds.
Yeah.
4th and 5th rounds, sorry. A good jab from Little as he worked his way in, though. He's just getting...
That's good by Little.
Oh.
Mark's moving his head well there.
Yeah, he's seen a few of those coming from Mendes, certainly more than in the last round.
Yeah, and it saps the energy, doesn't it? If you just punch in air, it really saps that energy. You can hear the Little supporters up on the balconies really supporting their man.
Really willing their man on, and he's going to need every bit of it, I think.
You feel like he could really do with that lift right now. Again, he's so square on there.
Flat on, yeah. His feet were practically next to one another.
And that's when he starts taking punches.
Came to boxing late in life, Mark Little, didn't he? Came to lose weight, lost he lost about another human off his body weight.
Stone,
absolutely incredible amount of body weight. And, you know...
He came via that unlicensed scene as well, didn't he? Where I know he fought the likes of Spiros Dimitriou, who's also turned pro these days.
Oh, Spiros has been... He's another short, compact fighter.
Very much like Nick Harper.
Yeah.
Of the same maker.
1-2 from
by
Mendes.
Yeah, I know he fought Spiros in the unlicensed. So he's made a hell of a career for himself up to this point already. It's impressive. You'd like to see him get that moment of winning the title.
Yeah, it's a big,
it's crowning glory for him.
Yeah, it's no mean feat. I mean, the Southern Area title, now that they've got rid of the Masters belts and the International Challenge belts, those things, this is the legit. All right, it's the lower end of the legit titles, but it is a big deal.
Yeah. Mendes is slowing down those punches somewhat now. He's that right lead uppercut was a lot slower than it was earlier in the fight. If Mark's able to read it, get out of the way a little bit more, maybe he can start to throw his own in return.
Again, he's gone back to just chasing him rather than closing him down,
Yeah.
although that got through. He's going to need to... Oh, miss, unfortunately. There we go. Just trying to work the body, just trying to throw a few in for the end of the round here, Little. Well... Yeah, I mean, going back to the cruiserweight, Southern Area cruiserweight title, you know, it is a stepping stone as well. And you know, these guys who fought small hall, they can use it to get on a big hall show and get a nice payday, get that reward. You know, look at someone like Wadi Camacho, who held this title a number of times. You know, he went on to fight for British, Commonwealth, English. He might not have won them, but those were big paydays for.
Yeah,
you know, reward for winning this belt and all his hard work, and one of these guys is going to go home with that belt tonight.
So I've got it 5-2 to Mendes with the one drawn. At this point, it feels like Mark needs to get a stoppage, to me.
I think I'd agree with you, to be honest. I just feel like his better rounds were the ones where he put everything he had into them, and since then he's not taking a step back, Mark Little, at all, but he just looks more tired and more easy to hit. And as I say that, he lets his hands go on the ropes. Mendes covers up and another cheeky little uppercut sneaks through. Little desperately trying to push Mendes away and give himself space.
It feels like maybe he's been told by Paul Cook and Edward Muscat in the corner that he needs to maybe go looking for the stoppage here. He doesn't need to load up on it, he needs to work towards it. Again, those hooks into the body worked well earlier. You'd like to see him go back to that. We're in the penultimate round now. Right hook gets through again by Little. Good hooks by Mendes to the body, and then the left uppercut finishes it off.
Doggedly chasing Mendes around the ring.
Do you think either's got enough left in the tank to stop the other at this point?
I mean, I don't know. I think Mendes probably has the energy. It's whether he's got the desire and wants to risk it at this point. I mean, would you? You know,
he's quite a risk-averse fighter, and that's not a criticism. It's just that he's a very balanced, technical. You know, there's no need for him to go doing it.
Especially if he doesn't feel like, you know, Mark's taking control, or, you know, we don't know what his corner are telling him, but I imagine he looks, well, as you say, he's hard to read. This might be what he looks like when he's panicking. We don't know.
Good shots getting through there by Little, though. Left hook into the body, left uppercut. He's working more on the inside out of the two of them. Left hook misses by Little.
It's just nothing to his punch when he finally got to there and had the opportunity, Little. And there we go, that's a bit better.
Good left hook.
1-2 from Little. Mendes gives him one back.
Again, good little left hook gets through by Little.
Becoming somewhat static here. He needs to find some variety, Little, I think.
Yeah. I think Mendes is comfortable enough there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good right hooks getting through, but seemed to wear the energy bar out a little bit.
That half step back made all the difference.
Yeah. Good little got it in him for that knockout punch to really dent Mendes.
He'd have to open Mendes up somewhat spectacularly and then follow it up.
Yeah, you're right.
He needs to find something big to open him up and then find something big to hurt him.
Yeah,
so, well, here we go. He's certainly come out trying for it.
He's looking. Mendes
firing
as well.
Mendes firing back off the ropes,
Maybe
letting his hands go.
Going to rocket up him from his corner.
Oh, this is much
Great
more
action.
exciting.
Where was this for the other 9?
Little ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving, trying to find his way in and then swinging and missing with a looping left hand lead. Mendes' punch output is
right uppercut
infinitely better than the rest of this fight.
We feel like he's maybe saved up a little bit for this. Good left hook by Mendes.
Oh, Little just smothering himself there once he got in.
Yeah, again, take that half step back as he did in the last round with benefit. Don't get him too close, again, squaring the feet off Mark.
Yeah.
But he's working
1,
hard
2,
in there.
3, he
Working
really
hard.
is. Cannot fault his desire
Absolutely
and his...
not. Mendes has slowed it down again now, hasn't he? He's gone back to his pace.
Little cuffing left uppercut there.
And
that
again.
got through again, yeah. But he's quite happy, Little, now to just take those.
I suppose he's done it for 9 rounds, hasn't he? It hasn't really affected him. It doesn't seem to have been her. Good
Couple
left
of
hook
lefts
to
to
the
the
body
body,
by
yeah.
Mendes.
Wonderful shots.
That seemed to almost make the right leg go a little bit of Mark. But Little carries on. Again, you'd want to see him take the half step back. But when he does, that allows Mendes to throw the uppercut, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so
maybe
it's
he's a
pros
little
and
conscious.
cons, yeah.
Good left uppercut by Little.
He's really got to throw absolutely everything he's got.
It's kitchen sink time,
Yeah.
isn't it?
We saw this a few weeks ago, though, with Jack Hughes in a Southern Area title fight where he was behind and he literally left everything in the ring, and it paid off. He got the draw in a fight that looked like it had gone the other way. So there is a lot to be said for with the referee scoring it, for just leaving absolutely everything on that canvas, on that apron.
Yep.
And
you can't fault Mark for trying, can you? As you said a minute ago, his effort is exceptional.
And his stamina, really, as well.
Yeah.
He's looked tired with his punching, but he's been the one, forcing it.
Mendes smart, pivots off and goes. Little working hard again on the inside.
10 seconds left of this 10-round fight for the Southern Area Cruiserweight title.
Those little fans are up on their feet, urging him forwards.
Oh, lovely right hand to end the fight.
Well done, Johnny.
Well done. Mark Little celebrates. It's a bit premature at the moment. We will go to the referee's scorecard and see which of these two men, Mark Little or Daniel Mendes, will become the Southern Area Cruiserweight champion.
Mark looks confident in there, I've got to say. Daniel less so. But again, that's maybe the nature of Daniel Mendes.
Yeah, well, Mendes has won it before. Maybe he's not bothered.
For what it's worth, I had it 5 rounds to 4 in the end, Daniel Mendes.
Well, that's interesting.
But it is worth absolutely nothing. It's, there's only one person.
Don't do yourself a disservice, Martin.
There's only one person's view that truly matters about this. We're going to hear from him in a minute from via the MC, Mike Connolly. Mark celebrating around the ring with his fans. The MC's indicated it's time for the scores.
Well,
so let's hear.
Clearly still got the energy to do laps of the ring, Little. Mendes is...
Ladies and gentlemen, what a contest to finish the night. Please give these two warriors a massive round of applause.
Mendes slow to come out of his corner for the announcement of the score. I wonder if that's indicative of anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the referee scorecard.
Wow, razor tight.
Your winner and Southern Area Cruiserweight Champion, Daniel Mendes!
Well, Mendes sinks to the floor. Mark Little looks bemused, frankly, and, well, you can probably hear the boos. His Bowling Ground fans are, well, they're not happy.
They're not at all, are they?
I don't, yeah.
And Mendes, as calm as he was earlier, is now showing the emotion of winning.
Yeah.
He's going to be presented with that belt.
Well, I mean, you pretty much had that bang on, didn't you?
I think so.
For what it's worth.
But, I mean, credit to both men. I know Mark's not happy about that. I think it was a fair result. I think Mark gave as good as he could have done. I think Mendes was the cleaner boxer on the whole. Mark's aggression, Mark's work rate were phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'd
Kept it going 10 rounds.
I'd like to see him go again. I'd like to see, I'd like to see Mendes defend it against Little, because it would be deserved.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what Mendes does next, because would you, if you were him, would you go for a defence, or?
I think he's been at this level long enough. I don't know. I mean, he's got to take the risk, hasn't he, himself, and go above that level. I would like to see him maybe make one defence and then go up, I suppose. But I don't think he's actually defended it last time he had it, did he? He lost it to Nick Parker in the first defence.
Yeah, he lost it on his first defence, yeah.
So I couldn't fault him if he decided to make that first defence and then maybe look to move up after that.
Yeah, well, we shall see, and hopefully more to come from Mark Little. I know he'll be disappointed, down in the dumps a little bit. He left the ring quite quickly, looking confused and upset with the result, but he's done himself proud there, and I think he's proved that he can come back and fight for this title again. Absolutely no question about it.
Credit to both men.